There are dozens of commendation letters in former LMPD officer Kevin Betts' file. Everything from praise for assisting with arrests to his involvement with the Louisville Metro Police Department's Explorer program. Betts was indicted on Wednesday. He's facing 2 counts of sodomy with 2 different victims during 2 different times. The first allegations of abuse happening in 2007. The second allegations happening 5 years later in the summer of 2012.
We were made aware the day before that an indictment was going to be presented to the grand jury. So we anticipated, the fact that they were presenting an indictment to the grand jury, that he would be indicted.
In court on Wednesday, the Commonwealth said Betts used his position of power as an officer involved with the LMPD Youth Explorer program to take advantage of victims. According to documents in his personnel file, Betts was nominated for the department's Exceptional Merit Award 2 years in a row for his work with the Explorer program. The Explorer program gives teens interested in law enforcement the opportunity to work with police. Before joining the LMPD, documents show Betts had been an explorer. He resigned from the police department in 2014 in the midst of an internal investigation into allegations that he had inappropriate contact with a female explorer. His lawyer says he'll be arraigned on Monday.
With a felony charge, and these are felony charges, anyone charged with a felony is required to appear at every court appearance.
Former Officer Brandon Wood has several letters of praise in his file. Documents also show he was suspended 3 times for violating police policy, including a violation of the department's use of deadly force policy. A professional standards investigation says Woods shot at the back of a stolen vehicle that was driving away from him. He served a 9-day suspension. Wood was indicted on Wednesday for 7 counts of sexual abuse involving a minor over a 5-month period between 2011 and 2012. The abuse allegedly occurred while Wood was involved with the police department's Explorer program. Chief Steve Conrad began the process of firing Brandon Wood yesterday. He was fired effective immediately today. Emily Maha, WLKY News.
Pedophilia network of cops busted raping and filming cadets to make child porn. A pedophile network has recently been uncovered involving police officers and cadets in the Explorers program, which connects teens who want to be police officers with cops. By Jack Burns, October 7, 2017. Louisville, Kentucky officers Kenneth Betts and Brandon Wood, formerly with the Louisville Police Department, may have been able to fly under the radar of the mainstream media until now. But with recent court document revelations presented in court this week, their alleged pedophilia practices have come to the surface and even captured on video. And, once again, the crimes involve a police cadet program and accused pedophile cops. The 2 police officers allegedly raped a teenage boy, both in their car and in a residence, and filmed the crime for the purposes of producing pornography. Betts and Wood were police officer mentors in the Youth Explorer program for kids who want to one day become law enforcement officers. It was inside the mentorship program that they are accused of finding their victims. Woods was fired in April after serving 8 years in the police department. Betts resigned in 2014 following an investigation he'd had improper contact with a teenage girl. Both former Louisville officers were indicted in April and entered not guilty pleas. Their trials are underway. Because their victims are minors, both the identities of the children, as well as their parents, are being withheld for privacy reasons. A female victim's mother made a statement to police in the fall of 2016 that Lieutenant Curtis Flaherty had put pressure on the family not to come forward with charges. According to the Courier-Journal, Flaherty was commander of both the Explorer program and the Public Integrity Unit in 2013. As such, he was not only responsible for the Youth Discovery program, but he also led the department which investigates possible criminal acts by department members. So when the allegations of impropriety surfaced, a conflict of interest arose and Flaherty took the side of the accused police officer and allegedly encouraged the family to keep quiet. Flaherty retired from the Louisville PD earlier this year. He's now lawyered up and his attorney, Lee Sittlinger, claims the mother's recollections were either taken out of context or misinterpreted. Advertisement. Attorney David Yates represents 5 alleged victims. He told reporters the mother's claims are in line with his own discoveries and added the Flaherty's interference underscores what I have been saying for some time, that there were police officers who used their trust and authority to abuse minor victims. They were protected and assisted in a continuing cover-up through their supervisor, and this was allowed to go on for way too long. The mother gave a nearly hour-long videotaped interview with detectives. She said her daughter met the accused pedophile cops in 2013 at a week-long explorer camp at Campbellsville University. There, the two cops targeted the young girl who was 15 at the time. She said Betts started sexting her daughter while she was 15, and after she turned 16, he began propositioning her for sex. Read more. FBI quietly investigated white supremacists infiltrating police depths, said nothing. She said she told another officer and an internal investigation progressed. According to the Courier-Journal, that's when she said Flaherty stepped in and put a stop to it. Several officers subsequently interviewed her and took the daughter's cell phone for further investigation. But she said the Explorer supervisor called her and told her to keep quiet, according to the report. She told investigators that when Betts learned her daughter had turned 16, he began contacting her to have a sexual relationship. The mother said a sergeant in Internal Affairs assured her that the investigation was important and that it was on the top of the list on the chief's desk. But she said she was later told Betts had been let go and there was never any closure regarding this case. That's when Betts apparently quietly resigned. Now, in 2017, accusations are being leveled against the chief of police Steve Conrad and the city of a cover-up. Mayor Greg Fisher suspended the program in March in an apparent response to the negative publicity the two officers brought to the department. Fisher and Metro Council members contacted the FBI, which is also conducting its own investigation. Just as the investigation into alleged sex scandals involving teenage explorers and Louisville police officers was progressing, the police union stepped in and filed a lawsuit to prevent at least 3 other officers from testifying in the case. The River City Fraternal Order of Police, RCFOP, filed a lawsuit mid-August to prevent the officers from incriminating themselves in the involuntary interviews with a private attorney hired at the request of the mayor's office. Officers Matthew Gelhausen, Joseph Keeling and Paul Paris were protected from being forced to give a deposition to the lawyer as a result of the lawsuit filed by their union. It is still unclear what the officers knew or how they were involved in the alleged abuses, cover-up, and/or quiet resignation of Betts. Read more. The FBI has a secret biometric database it doesn't want you to see because you might be in it. Betts and Woods were reported to be best friends and were good friends with Flaherty, their accused protector. According to many former explorers, Woods would often hang out with the young boys outside of the program and take them on camping trips. His behavior as a mentor in the program was also questionable, as he reportedly got drunk on at least one occasion and leaned against the young men. In October of 2016, when allegations surfaced Woods raped a young teenage boy, he was stripped of his policing powers following an investigation by Flaherty's Public Integrity Unit. It wasn't until Betts was indicted that Woods was fired by Conrad in April. As a result of the ongoing investigation, a 4th officer was placed on reassignment following an allegation from a female victim, who was once an explorer and is now an adult. She was also abused. Officer Brad Schumann stands accused by the victim and is the latest officer to be officially embroiled in the sex scandal involving pedophile cops and teens in the Explorer program. The Explorer program is an affiliate of the Boy Scouts of America and, according to a Courier-Journal investigation going all the way back to 1974, has been at the center of sex scandal controversies involving cops and teenage cadets. As TFTP has reported, a vast pedophilia network is at work in the United States involving some of the most trusted members of society. As a result, few are ever held accountable for their actions and crimes against children. Using news databases, court records, and other sources, the Courier-Journal concluded. Read more. FBI finally releases Tesla documents on death ray, ball lightning, and more. The Boy Scouts of America affiliate that runs the Explorer program has let police departments police themselves and failed to adopt some safeguards. Some department chiefs have ignored warning signs and minimized allegations. Ride-alongs in police cruisers have allowed law enforcement advisors to groom and abuse victims in one-on-one settings. Advisors have used their positions to exploit vulnerable teens who look up to them as mentors. Many offenders received only slight punishments, in part because of questions about whether victims had consented. Victims say their trust was violated and their dreams of law enforcement careers shattered. In April, when residents of Rolling Hills learned their code enforcement official had been charged with raping a teenage boy, they demanded he be fired. He was. Both Betts and Woods are facing decades in prison for charges of sexual abuse and sodomy against one of the teenage cadets they were sworn to protect. The criminal charges were filed against the two officers after the male victim known as N.C. filed a civil suit in March against the two men and Flaherty. The suit alleged the two officers began having sex with N.C. while he was 17 and continued doing so until he was 19, and that those sex acts were filmed for the purposes of creating pornography. We at TFTP call on anyone and everyone who has ever been abused by any police officer within the Louisville Police Department to come forward with their story. It is the age of reckoning, and the pedophile network of abusers and protectors needs to be broken. The RCFOP should be ashamed of itself. Instead of demanding that its officers report crimes to their superiors, by filing a lawsuit preventing officers from testifying, they have given the public the impression those potential crimes should remain hidden.
Need a car? Don't forget to stop by carmarshal.com, where you can scout through over 100,000 new and used car vehicles. Take a look around. Get you a new affordable car. carmarshal.com.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but they cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. You know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it. But because this is nuts, 4 hours a day, and to save America, you know. But at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So, but getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. That is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal. And there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. Is, you know, monthly is, oh my god. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that's that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know what, we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself. 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know, too, we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just unfreaking real. So, if you can give more than that, that dream of everybody giving $1, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not. They're just not. So, anyways, if you can give more than that, that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that, that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give, but there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is, and they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So, yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If I could, if the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now. Where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran in, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran in no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. And then he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But, so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. Absolutely give way more than $1 a month. If you can, I appreciate anything. By the way, remember, too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But, and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way, what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it. But it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So that case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know that $1 a month from everybody is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.